They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go. 120! 5-9. Bravo!
45's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh. Check, 45's the mic. Check, 40.
They kill. They forward toe kill.
All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
To throw, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Ready? White 25. 54. We own it. We own it.
Right there. 55.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Sanu. A very solid gain of 27. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Hey, check. 39. Switch.
Now Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check your hot read.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Flushed out right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And an alley to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 27 yards there, a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Well, they're right down here looking for 6. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
In your face.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make...
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz past the 20. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one goes for 36 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times? And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
74.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. All day, punk.
Throwing is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Ronald Darby. and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Hurts has it left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to wind up in there, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
45 for Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike 53. And coming up to 59, ready. 25, check. Hey, south. Let's go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. It's brought in by Jeffrey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Mike 42, all day, all day.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Howard. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up 1st downs.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. And he connects with Ertz. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punt. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, back 25.
Bring it. Shift.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 75 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
son? 180. Yeah. What's it, son? What's it, son?
On first down, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now in desperation, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Ryan wants to throw it. It got his man complete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.